Hello everyone and welcome to another revision for the Wipro Elite National Talent Hunt. It is probably the last hiring opportunity for 2021 graduates to get into an MNC like Wipro. In this video, we are going to cover two things. Number one is a quick look at the pattern of Wipro, and then we are going to go to a question called the Armstrong number. Very famous question that has been done earlier, but I'll still do the revision with all of you. So as told in earlier videos as well, the kind of questions that you can expect in Wipro is from these topics. Obviously, this is the pattern: verbal, reasoning, numerical, as we've told earlier. We have a confirmation that it is going to be a 48 minutes. Now, will these be the number of questions? What will be the distribution among the topics? That has not yet been confirmed. We are not 100% sure of that one. Nobody is at this point. Essay writing, coding, these questions are again confirmed that these sections will be there, and one essay writing question and two coding questions, which more or less confirmed. In coding, the kind of topics that you can expect are these. So you can expect some topics like these: loops and patterns, arrays, strings. In fact, when we check the on-campus Wipro Elite, so Wipro has been going to on-campus and been hiring for the Wipro Elite role. You could also see that most of the questions were from topics 2, 3, and 4, not more than that. I could not, even in the second difficult question, we could not find out any questions that were of stacks, queues, linked list, or of greedy algorithms. But still, relying on the previously asked questions, we are suggesting that you still study all of these things. And as I mentioned earlier, that all of these questions or all of these, the Wipro Elite actually is held on AMCAT. At least it was held up until last year. So if it's again held this year on AMCAT, then C, C++, Java and Python should readily be available to you. Even if it's not on AMCAT, most modern compilers or most modern tests allow you to write in any of these languages: C, C++, Java or Python. Any one of those languages are allowed for you. So you will get any of these languages. So yeah, I will be solving today's question in Python, which is today's question is called the Armstrong number. I'll be solving it in Python, and I'll be doing that on the Edis platform itself. What all will you get on the Edis platform if you sign up? You just have to click on the link above, or you can, it's also mentioned in the description below. You get one free mock test. So a lot of people have already tried the mock test. More than 300-400 people have tried the mock test. You don't want to miss out on the mock test. Let's say the same question repeats again, so at the very least, go ahead and sign up for that. You'll get that. We have 5 paid mock tests. So once you pay for the course, you'll actually end up getting 5 paid mock tests as well. You can access the platform anytime. We have a lot of tutorials for all the aptitude questions, as well as solutions to all the coding questions, and you'll have explanation to the MCQ questions as well. A mentor support is there for all coding questions. So when often students get stuck that my code ran but it's not submitting, or for all of that, mentor support is there to help you out. Our mentors are there who cleared not these but many coding rounds of many companies. They are there to help you out in solving all of these questions. So we will be picking up one question from here, and to do that, I'm going to go to the Edist platform. So that's on this link above. When I go there, this is the page that will open up, and as I'm scrolling through, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff mentioned here about the syllabus that's on the left side. What is the kind of pattern, and keep checking up this page. We'll update it as and when we come to know more about the Wipro Elite and what are the kind of things that are expected there. Now, to go ahead and try out, you can just try one free module now. That's, you have to click this button. Once I click this button, it's going to ask you for a login for your account and it's just your basic details. And once you do that, this is the page that does open up for you. Once this page opens up, all you need to do is this first module is going to be free for you, so you can try out this one free module. The remaining modules are not free, you have to pay for them. And I'm going to take up a paid question today, so let me take up that paid question. So that's in Wipro previous year's coding questions, and again it's a maths question. So let me pick up a maths question, and it is called check whether the number is Armstrong or not. So even before I start, if you wanted to just get the solution of this question, you just need to go to the hint section, and the solution for this entire question is mentioned here. So you will get that, but we are going to solve it from scratch. I'm not just going to explain the solution. I will derive the solution in front of you. So let's open this question. Write a program to take a number and check whether the number is Armstrong number or not. An n digit number is said to be Armstrong if the sum of the digits to the power n are equal to the original number itself. Check the examples to understand. Okay, so let's look at the example over here, 153. Okay, so if you look at the number 153, and I'll just open this up on my slides, right? So let's probably take the number called 153. So I'm going to just take 153. Now, how many digits are there for the number 153? There are 3 digits, right? So what we want to do is take 153, take each of the digits and raise it to the number of digits that are there. So you have 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, right? And again, this doesn't look like a cube, just give me 1 second. So we're saying 1 cube plus 5 cube. Why are we doing cube? Because the number of digits is 3. If there were 4 digits, we would have done 3 raised to 4, right? And so on. So 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, which is equal to what, right? 1 second. Yeah. So 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube is equal to 1 plus 5 cube would be 5 into 5, 25 into 5 is 125, plus 3 cube is 27, right? So 125 plus 27 would be 152, plus 1 would be 153. So you get the same number again. This is what is called as an Armstrong number. Whereas let's say if you took a number like 12, it has 2 digits. So if you raise it, you'll get 1 square plus 2 squares is 4, which is equal to 5, which is not equal to the original number, that is 12, right? By definition, all single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers. Yeah, all single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers. If you look at the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, they are all one digit numbers in themselves. If you raise a one digit number to 1, you're going to get the same number. So all single digit numbers are Armstrong numbers in themselves. What are the 2 digit numbers, 3 digit numbers? So there are certain set of Armstrong numbers that you can keep finding out and you'll get them. Our task is to take a particular number and say whether it is an Armstrong number or not. Okay. So again, looks like a straightforward question, a straightforward application of a simple for loop and some concepts of power and taking sum and so on. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. What will our approach be? Well, our approach will be, first we want to take input n, and I'm going to make sure that the n is a string when I take as input. Why? I'll tell you in a bit. But whenever we are trying to go through the digits of a number, it's always easier if the input n is a string itself, especially if you're using something like Python, because Python is by default anyways take your input as a string, and going through a string is very, very easy in Python. So I'm going to take the input n and just make sure that it's a string, which by default it will be anyways. Once I've done that, I'm going to say that, okay, find number of digits in n, which is again very simple and easy, straightforward for us to do. Why? Because you can just find the length of string using len n, right? So length of a string is very straightforward to do in Python and even in Java for that matter. So find number of digits in n. Okay, then what I'm going to do is go through each digit. Okay, once I'm going through each digit, what I'll say is convert to an integer, raise it to number of digits, that is raise it to that particular power, right? Add it to our sum. So initially I'll make some sum is equal to 0 over here, right? Add it to our sum. Once I've done this, check if sum is equal to int version of n. Now to make sure that it's the int version of n, not just n itself. Okay? That's an interesting thing because n is a string. So to now convert it to an integer and check if sum is equal to n. If it is, then Armstrong, it's an Armstrong number. Otherwise not Armstrong, right? So these are the things that we need to do. Again, going through this seems simple. The only language related tasks that you need to know how to do is how to convert to an integer and convert it back to a string if needed, raising a number to a particular number, that is the power function, adding or probably taking a sum of things, so that is initially keep the sum as 0 and keep adding. So these are certain patterns and these are certain techniques which I hope most of you know. If you've been doing programming, you should probably know how to do all of these things, right? So let's go ahead and translate this function, all of these things into our code. So let me quickly take this up to our code editor and write it out over there. 1 second. Yeah, let me just write it out over here. Okay, so I've just taken this approach, I've written it over here so that we always have a good reference. Okay, so the first things first I'm supposed to take is input n string. So take input n as a string. That's what I will do. And 1 second, let me just come all the way here. Yeah, so I'm going to take n as a string. So n is equal to input. Yeah, so n is a string. Once I've taken that, what I need to do is, it's saying find the number of digits. So num digits is equal to length of n, because again it's a string, so I don't need to actually go through the entire digits and figure out how many digits are there. You can just get it through the length of the string. So I did that. I say sum of digits is equal to 0 is what I keep initially. Now as I'm going through each number, how will I do that? For digit in, or rather for I in n. That's all I need to do. For what I in n is going to do is, it's going to go through each element or each character in the string, right? It's going to go through each character in the string, because n is a string. So now what I want to do is convert this I into a digit or to an integer. So I said digit is equal to int I. So I converted it into an integer. Now this digit needs to be raised to a certain power. Okay. So I say currently whatever, yeah, so I need to raise this digit to a power, which is, this is how you do it in Python, num underscore digits, right? And I need to add this to my sum. So I say sum underscore digits is equal to sum underscore digits plus digit raised to the number of digits. It's as simple as that. I'll do this. So first 1 cube will be taken, added to some digits, then 5 cube will be taken, added to some digits, then 3 cube will be taken and added to the sum of the digits. If you just want to be really careful, just put a bracket also over here. Okay. And that's it. So we go through the entire thing. So sum of digits is equal to sum of digits plus this, and I've gone through the entire string. Now I'll check if the sum of digits is equal to the integer version of n, right? So this is n, which is our input. Now we check whether the sum of digits is equal to the integer version of n. If it is, then we say, then we'll print it is an Armstrong number. Else we print not Armstrong number. So let's just take up what's the exact thing you're supposed to print. Supposed to print here Armstrong number or not Armstrong number, and Armstrong number and not Armstrong number. Okay, that's what we did. Let's just bring it down here. Print Armstrong number or not Armstrong number. Let's check if it runs and passes some of our test cases. It does. It does pass the test case for 153. Let's submit and check. Yep, and it does pass the remaining as well. So it does pass the test case here too, right? So again, just a quick recap of the way we did it. What we did was simply take input n as a string, go through each element of n, which is a digit, and but before that, find the number of digits, because that will tell us the exponent that you're supposed to raise it to. Go through each digit, convert to an integer, raise it to that power, add it to our sum. We keep doing this. Finally we compare our sum with our actual number and check whether it's an Armstrong or not. Now some of you might have found this very simple, some of you might have found this as a good revision. For more such tutorials and more such questions, you can all sign up on the Edis platform on the given course above. I hope this was a good revision for all of you. I hope with this you can prepare well for your Wipro Elite. Again, these are the level of questions we saw that had come at least on the on-campus. So at the very least, you should be prepared with solving these kind of questions. If it was too easy, great, you're already on the right track. If it was not, now is the right time to start practicing. In fact, you have little less than a week left before Wipro Elite starts. So right now is probably the right time to start practicing on all of these, right? So yeah, that's it from our side. Thanks so much for joining in. Again, for any other things, you can reach out to us on the WhatsApp here or email us here. Let us know in the comments below whether you would want us to cover some other questions from some other drives. If there are some other drives you're interested in, if there are some other topics you're interested in, do let us know. We'll be more than happy to cover those. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with all of your friends who are preparing for Wipro Elite or who are just interested in programming. Thanks so much everybody for joining again, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you.